Okay, let's go ahead and get started there, everybody. Well, actually, let's see about trying to get this main screen to be working again. It's the only screen that should be up. Okay, we'll switch it back to Windows 10. I swear, the capture method keeps on switching between automatic and Windows 10 every single time. It's like if it doesn't show up, I have to switch from Windows 10 back to automatic. When it's not working on automatic, I have to switch it back to Windows 10. It's like, um, can we pick one? Oh well. Welcome back to some more Conceptis Puzzles. I'm your host, Strangebird Jim. Hey, we got ourselves a webcam backup. Well, I mean, the reasoning behind this is that, we're going to be playing some Phasmophobia later on tonight, so, kind of need you guys to be able to kind of see my face and any kind of shock and horror and jumps and stuff like that. Obviously that doesn't get captured by that little, VTuber avatar that, I made, so, as a kind of a temporary stand-in. So, um, So, put a little bit more effort in today, and there we go. So, um, we got, we finished off the Pic-a-Pix and the Cross-a-Pix puzzles yesterday, so don't need to worry about those anymore. We haven't checked out, what Link-a-Pix, Fill-a-Pix, and Block-a-Pix are going to be giving us, but, we'll wait on that for right now, because normally I do the number logic puzzles around now. So, and some of these might be, fairly easy. Some of them might be, a little difficult. We'll see. Um, then after about an hour's worth of, you know, puzzles, we'll go ahead and switch on over to, just me chatting while I try to upload some videos onto YouTube. Publish some videos so that, Um, I try to catch back up to where I am right now. Obviously, there's a lot for me to do because um, it isn't just me uploading the videos and setting them up with titles and getting them in the right playlist and stuff like that. There's a portion where a lot of my videos got absolutely deleted, removed. So due to Windows crashing on me. So, so I'm gonna have to, you know, again, go back through and, you know, get those videos and then edit them to, well, how I wanted it to happen, for the most part. So, basically, stopping it where they needed to be stopped, saving that portion of the video to um, its respective time slot, video, so on and so forth. And you know, then basically I'm going to be making a lot of, I'm going to be downloading some past live videos and I'm going to have to edit them. And it's going to be a pain in the ass. I'm not looking forward to it, but I mean, there's not much I can do about it. Um, it's either that or I basically skip all that content, you know, um, and like introduce some games that were, um, or never even finishing some games, whatever. Um, it's one of those things where it's like, I got work to do on that. So, we're not there yet. We still got a few more videos before it gets to that point, but we're getting closer. I think I have like maybe 10 more videos left to tackle. So, So probably not today, probably not tomorrow, but probably on Monday. I'm gonna have to start kind of tackling that, and I'm not looking forward to it. But um, but let's get into some number logic puzzles, shall we? Um, we got some battleships here, an easy puzzle accordingly, apparently. So let's go ahead and set that up. Let's make sure that we can see the window there. There we go. Yep. And then close down these row and column. There's only one single 3, which, you know, has to be that. So, and then there's a single 1 there. Okay. We got 1 there. Fine. And this is the only 2 available there, so that's done. We got to close that one down, and we got a space there to handle. Let's see. I can't put this 2 here, and this 2 needs 2, so there's that. And that one's done, and that one needs 1. So there we go. I mean, they say that that was easy, but I finished it in a minute. That was very easy. So, all right. We're gonna go on to the Hitori puzzle this time. Another easy puzzle, but with the size of it, um, there's gonna be, you know, a little bit of a um, time is gonna play a factor a little bit more on that. So, all right, let's go ahead and get that visible for everybody. There we go. And then first we look for all the triples and get rid of those on the sides there, like so. Um, and obviously, I can see, there's some that are like, in the center and stuff like that. I get it, but um, I'm kind of focused more on trying to get triples done first. Although I still, there's 2 10s here, so one of them has to be a circle, so that one's gone. Same for this here, the 2 12s means that one's gone. So just wanted to address that real quick. When when I saw them, I'm like going, oh, okay. Well, I should try to get that taken care of before I forget about it. So I don't really see that many triples left. 2 12s. Nothing on the vertical, and I don't really see anything on the horizontal. Yeah, I don't really see any more triples on the horizontal either. So, okay, so we're done with the triples for right now. Is there any more like doubles canceling out one? Um, it doesn't seem like it. But obviously that's initial reaction. Yeah, don't really know 100% yet. Just kind of going through the columns right now. Seeing if I can spot anything more. Okay, verticals are done. Couldn't spot any doubles that affected anything more. Now I'm just kind of checking on the horizontals, and I'm not necessarily finding anything there either, so yeah, okay. Next, I'm going to go ahead and circle everything that is in between, you know, to, like, this one is perfectly fine, this one's perfectly fine, for example, right? Um, let's see. I mean, that's a given, but still. There's one there, there's one there, there's one there. One there. I mean, that one's a given. There's one there. Hmm. Okay, I'm not really seeing too much more. I mean, there might be like one or two, but they're not necessarily like standing out to me right at this moment in time, so. Oh, there's one. Yeah, okay. Next, we'll go ahead and tackle, you know, the ones next to the, the filled in boxes. Let's see, 9, nothing more there. 2, nothing. 9, nope. 3, no. 11, no. 4, no. 11, no. 3, no. 3, no. 6, no. 8, no. 7, nope. 12, no. 6, nope. 9, no. Okay, we got 1 there. 10, 4, oh, that one's gone. 6, okay. Let's see, 10, 5, 3, nope, 5, 8, 10, okay, 9, 9, 10, 11, okay, 5 there. Oh, yep, that one's good. Just noticed that. 7, 3. Okay, and then we got this last one over here. 1, 3, and 4. Alright. And that was it for all those for the most part. Although what I probably should have done, because now I don't really remember, is the fact that, the ones that I marked off as center ones, I probably should have been going around and, as soon as I found one, should have like marked off, what also it could be kind of crossed off as well. So, or what, sure it's in the center, but there could have been like other things that I probably could have gotten rid of. So, okay, well, guess we'll just, go on to the ones that are, need to be unisolated. So, one, got the 7 there. Nope. We got 11 there. Nope. Okay. Okay. I think at this point in time, because I kind of screwed up and then it wasn't really like checking, the symbols, I really should like go back through these and double check. Oh wait, I still have this one to kind of take care of. So there's that. 2 there. 6 there. 6 there. 5 there. Okay, 2 there. 11. And 9. Got 8 there. 7 there. Okay, we got 1, 2, 7. Okay, we got 1, 7, 12. Okay, we got 12 there. Got 4. Okay, we got 3. So we need this 8. Okay. Need that 6 there. 3. 5. Okay. 11. 1. Okay, we got the 12. Got the 2. And then of course we need a 5 there. Need 12 there. Need a 10 there. Need 7 there. Let's see. 10. 5. 9. Nothing. Okay. 4 needs to be selected. There we go. 3 needs to be selected. There goes that. Okay, 8. Block that one off. 7, nothing. 10, block. 2, block. 11, nothing. 9, 8, 5, nope. 12, block. 4, 12, 2, 12 there. 8, 7, Uh-oh. Oh, right. Need 12 there. Block that. There we go. So, overall, still fairly easy. Like, I didn't really stop very, very long on this puzzle. But as you can see, it still took a fair amount of time you know, to finish it off. You know, I'm not a computer. I can't, instantaneously, solve a puzzle like that. So, or, well, I mean, computers can't really instantaneously do it either. They still have a certain amount of processing speed to be able to kind of, go through and solve it themselves, but still, it's a lot faster than what a human can do at this time. Okay. Um, let's see. That one is done, so hide that window. We'll go on to the Kakoduku. Another easy puzzle. Okay. Let's bring this up. There we go. Hmm. No singles, but that's fine. Let's see. Okay, one or two. Alright, so now that we have 1 and 2 on this particular row, that means we have to have 3 there. Close out those. And then we got 1 here taken care of, so I'll use a 5. 1, 2, and 1. Okay. 3 and 4 is done here, which means that I use a 5 there. 1 is there, so this leaves a 3, and then we have the 1 there. I mean, like, take care of the 1 there, but we don't know if this is, if it was 2 or 4, but now that we look at it, clearly, can't be 4. Also can't be 1, so this one has to be the 2. There's the 1 there. There's the 4. And that leaves a 2 there, and there's the 1. Okay, 3 and 5. 5 is there. 3 is there. 2 is there. There's 3, so this has to be 4. This one has to be 3. This one has to be 5, and that one has to be 4. And then we got 5 up there, 4 here. That leaves 3 there, 4 there, and 2 there. Okay. Easily done. Hmm. Let's go with Skype Scribbers next. Oh wait, medium difficulty, huh? Okay. Okay. Well, we got a 5 here. And then, of course, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 there. Okay. So, a little bit of a, of a hint here. We can't have the 5 there. Can't have the 5 there. Can't have the 5 there. So that means we need the 5 either here or here. But it can't be here because there's 3, so that leaves, this is the only spot for the 5. So we either got 5 there, or 5 there, and 5 there. We don't really know. Now, this one can't be a 1, can't be a 2, might be a 3, and of course, you have the 4. Okay. One, 2, and 4. There we go. Let's see, 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. And then we get 1, 2, 3, and 4. Pretty much all the way across the top, except for I guess at that point. Okay. Can't be 4. But it could still be 1, 2, and 3. So still could be all that. But not the 4. Hmm. Hmm. I was kind of hoping that I could like maybe make this a 4, but it could still be that 3. You know, 3, then 1, then 2, and it would still work. So, okay, here's something that I will say. If I put the 4 here, to try to work with this 3, then this would have to be the 3, and that doesn't line up. So the 4 cannot be there. So at least we got that, which means 5 has to be here, 4 has to be here. Yeah. Which means there's the 5. Okay. 4 cannot be here. 4 is there. Okay. And 4 has to be here. So here's the 3. There's the 1. There's the 2. There we go. Let's go ahead and fill in the rest of these here real quick. And let's see. We need the 3 here, so I need 2 and then 3 there. So, and everything else gets filled in. And there we go. Okay. Your hyperactivity is getting the best of you. Trying to repress it, it's getting hard to do so. I mean, I don't know what to tell you, my friend. I don't know what I can do to tell you how to solve hyperactivity. Um, that is well outside of my area of expertise. I know, like, um, some people have tried to use some form of drugs to, like, not drugs as in, like, like marijuana or anything along those lines, like, nothing along those lines. I'm talking like prescription drugs from a therapist, blah blah blah, to try to calm down that kind of um, to calm it down. But I don't know if there's anything that you can do that's like a natural process to try to handle it. And that's well outside of my expertise, my friend. So I was watching a live sports game with your dad and it triggered it. Yeah, it sounded like I know that you enjoy your sports and stuff like that, but it sounded like, you know, watching sports keeps on triggering some form of mental response in you there, bud. Um, and obviously, um, it's something that you enjoy doing, and I'm not one that's gonna like outright state that you should completely drop it. I don't think that's I don't think that's the solution because I mean if you completely stop doing that, then you're gonna have to try to figure out some way of trying to have a replacement for it, and that's never easy, especially if you enjoy the activity. Um, but like I said before, I would look into trying to find yourself, hopefully a good therapist to try to help you out with everything. I don't know what I can do to, you know, I don't know what I can say or do that might be able to kind of calm it down a bit. So, um, don't know about enjoying it. I enjoy playing, but watching it has been severely bad for 2 years. Well, okay. If you're not enjoying watching something, then stop watching it. You know, if you're not getting any kind of form of entertainment out of it or something along those lines, and it's just causing you, you know, more grief, more problems than what it's worth, then just find something else to watch. Now, obviously, it's going to be kind of difficult if your dad is someone that loves to watch sports and, you're going to kind of get dragged into that, right? Um, but um, but the thing is that, if you're having a hard time with it, or if you're having a hard time with that particular genre of TV, then you're gonna have to find some way of like avoiding it. You know, if it's causing you problems and you don't enjoy it whatsoever, then stop watching it. You know, I don't. I stay away from reality TV because of the fact that I know that it's just um they say that it's reality TV, but it's really not. You know, they're just trying to you know um make it look like it's reality, but when it comes right down to it, it's just the people in front of the camera just trying to do something to try to shock and awe, try to have that little fake drama, whatever. Like, I don't really trust any kind of reality TV shows anymore, for example. So, all right. Really enjoy anything to watch and anything, even with stars. It's just I might put stuff for background and just get lost in my own thoughts. And yeah, that's understandable about that. Um, it's okay. Again, Kirito, you know, I'm gonna stress this more than anything else, you know, because I could say something that might be more of a detriment to you than anything else. Okay, that's why I suggest, like, trying to find yourself a good therapist to kind of try to figure things out for yourself. Okay, um, because I'm not professionally trained along those lines. I can't help you out. Okay. I mean, I can try to provide suggestions, but bear in mind, these are um, these are uneducated, suggestions that could damage you further. Okay. and that's why you have to take whatever I say with a very, very large grain of salt because um, I don't want you getting worse. Okay. Um, but here's what I would say. Okay. Um, you say that you like to just kind of put TV and stuff like that on in the background, and and you like to do other things. Okay. You get lost in your own thoughts. That's fine. Sometimes you just need that little background noise. Okay. Um, but it sounds to me like you need to find something can that you can kind of latch onto, or have your brain kind of latch onto, and have it like drive towards like a goal. Again, bear this in mind. This is very much grain of salt. Okay. Um, so like put on an audiobook to have that background noise, you know, um, or put on some form of audio, even if it's music. Like put on some radio, put on an audiobook, something, and then try to find something that you can kind of work on. Okay. Um, you've been asking for a lot of uh, you know ideas about your fan fiction and stuff like that. Like maybe when it starts to get really bad, maybe pull yourself away from the sports, put on some headphones, listen to music, listen to some audiobook or something like that, and start writing. Put it down, publish it. Start working along those lines for something that you can kind of work on, build towards, and release. You know, um, you know, have some form of goal that you can try to work towards that your mind can kind of latch onto and work towards. And obviously, writer's block is a thing, so if you can't work on one particular storyline, then go to a different storyline and work on that. You know, write down outlines, write down um, plot points that you want to explore, write down character um, interactions or problems that you want them to kind of face and figure out how to go about doing that. I mean, there's a lot that you can do, if you're kind of um, if you have certain goals in mind. So, um, and again, this. I don't feel like this is going to be a solution for you. Okay, this is maybe a temporary fix. Okay, and even then, I don't know. Like, I seriously, you know, don't know if what I'm giving you is going to help you in the long run or not. Okay, that's why I say, find yourself, like, if necessary, ask your parents for some help to try to find yourself a good therapist or something along those lines. Okay, um, or sometimes, you know, um, I don't know if you live here in the States or not, but sometimes states also have programs that you can sign up for. You know, look for, sometimes states have like paid programs that's like tip typically free to the public, maybe. Or maybe it requires like maybe a small fee or something along those lines, but sometimes like the states, the cities and stuff like that, they have something in place to try to, maybe help you out. Okay. So consider looking into that. Okay. Um, but again, you I can't necessarily help you out on this there, bud. You know, you're asking me to kind of, it feels like I'm being asked to kind of do the possible, so you already have a doctor. A doctor or a therapist? Those are two completely different professions. Okay. We will go with the Slither link. Therapist. Okay. Well, here's what I'd say you do then. You say that you see her once a month. Can you call your therapist? Does your therapist allow for you to give phone calls? Or does your therapist say, hey, if you have an episode, give me a call? Do they allow for that? Okay. Easy. Let's go and start this up. You don't know, to be honest? Well, I would say give her a call and ask if it's okay for you to give her a call. You know? Now, obviously, she might be busy with other patients, so she might not be able to help you all the time. Like, you might not be able to like call her every minute or something like that for you to be able to, you know, your therapist might not be able to take a phone call, but, you know, you're gonna have to find out about that, okay? And see if it's okay. Now, I would imagine most therapists would be okay with certain within certain circumstances, right? They're not gonna probably, and they probably don't want you like giving them a call at at like um like 3 o'clock in the morning or something like that, right? Um, there might be some very um you know phone calls might be a point where they're going to be like, hey, I can't do this at this particular time. And obviously you'll need to kind of respect that, right? Um, but at the same time, if you're having an emergency, if your brain is kind of causing you some problems, then they need to help you out, okay? Um, and now obviously it's not gonna be, you know, Um, or at least, I would hope that they would be, willing to kind of help you out. I don't know. Um, but like who gets called at in three in the morning? I'm just giving you an example as like um okay, think of it this way. Okay. Therapists could be talking with a number of different patients. Okay. Like they might be talking with someone that might want to um you know uh that might be thinking some very bad thoughts about about maybe ending their life, for example. Okay. And sometimes they might be thinking about doing that really early in the morning. Like they constantly think about it to the point where they're like late at night and they need someone to talk to like right then and there. So is that going to be your therapist? Who knows? But, there's a reason why there are like talk hotlines, places that you can typically call at all times, like 24/7. They typically have people that you can talk with, you know, like there's like a nationwide suicide hotline, for example, you know. So that's why it's like, you know, um, you know, uh, but still, I would contact your therapist and ask the therapist if it's okay for you to talk with them, even if it's for like a minute or something like that. Okay, to try to figure out, if there's something that you can do like right then and there to try to calm yourself down. Okay? Um, and then next session, talk about it more, like what triggered it, and stuff like that. Figure out from them, like, what was the triggers that, caused this, you know, hyperactivity to occur. Okay. Um, so that's why, um, you know, um, that's why, like, getting in contact with your therapist is probably a good move for you to do right at this moment in time. Okay. I would kind of recommend, you know, like right now, stop chatting with me, grab your phone, call up your therapist, and see if they are willing to chat with you. Even if it's for a short amount of time. Okay. Now, um, now here's the thing. Okay. They may they may say, you know, I'm willing to talk with you right now, but I may charge you more. So that's something that you'll have to consider as a potential problem, you know. Um, you know, it's something that, they may like say like, "Hey, you know, I have no problem listening to what you're going through, but, I'm probably gonna have to charge you for it, you know." Um, I'm not saying that that's great, but, it's um But at the same time, I don't know if there's any other thing that you can kind of do at this point, other than trying to find like a national like therapist hotline that you can call, you know, that's free of charge. But like, I don't even know if that's even a thing. Um, Here, you know what? Let me see. Um, United States National Therapist. Okay. Um, I just looked up online right now. They're here too. I just did a search for like I don't know exactly where you live. I think you live here in the States, but I'm not 100% sure. Okay. But I just looked up United States National Therapist phone number, right? And already I see a number here, free and confidential, 24/7 assistance. Sometimes a brief conversation is all it takes to put things in perspective and move forward. The mental health hotline at this number of 866-903-3787 can answer your questions um, confidentiality and free of charge. I, you know, so first thing, try to find your therapist's number. Try to see if you can give her a call. If you don't have her number and you don't have a way to give her a call, like if you don't even know her office number or something like that, then maybe give this number a shot. Okay? Because believe me, or at least I would hope that these people over at the National Mental Health Hotline would give you a lot better advice than I can, my friend. Okay? Because hopefully they are actually trained therapist professionals willing to help you out. I don't know. Okay. But, if you're here in the States, that's something to consider. Okay? You know, um, but I mean, the you're gonna need to talk with some mental professionals here a little bit more. I feel like I don't know if that 1 month conversation is really gonna be helping you out. I think you're probably gonna be needing to maybe talk with these people a little bit more at the National Mental Health Hotline. You know, start kind of calling them on a regular basis. You know, because um, obviously, I can't help you. I'm sorry to say, but I really can't give you the information that you need in order to break through with whatever is troubling you. Okay. I'm not certified with it. I'm not a doctor. There's just not there's I could try, but it's again, I'm not qualified. Okay. So you know, one should not be going to me and asking me for therapist help. Um, but I would definitely look into either like the national hotline to call, if it's the United States or if it's Canada, whatever. That I'm like I don't know where exactly you live there, Kirito, but most likely there is some form of national hotline that you can call. Hopefully it's 24/7. Call it, please. You know, um, look for that. Look for that help. And get yourself um, that need for some form of clarity, some form of mental guidance for yourself. Something that you can take with you um, on a daily basis. Like, hey, if you're getting stressed out about something, try to back away from that kind of situation. Obviously, not an easy thing to do if you're like right in the middle of everything. Um, but, you know, like there's programs. Use them, you know. Use them to your benefit because um, they're there for a reason. They're there to help you, okay? I mean, don't get me wrong. I definitely agree that, spending time with a kitty cat can alleviate, quite a bit of stress and the like. But I feel like that's a band-aid, my friend. I really feel, get on the phone. You're putting a band-aid over a problem that really should be talked about. And I know that it might be difficult, but you're gonna need to talk about it more with a trained professional. And I'm not it. And I don't know. It doesn't feel like your 1 month of therapy sessions is um, really helping you out as much as you want it to. But obviously, I, again, the main focus is trying to help you get to a better spot, right? So, um, so while the month therapy sessions might be helping, I don't know. With you talking with me the way you are, it doesn't feel like it. It feels like you need a little bit more support. So, so that's what I'm gonna kind of tell you right at the moment. So, okay. I can't do that one because then it would basically make a circle. So that one's closed off. So there's that. Can't do that. So do this. And then we have the 3 there. We have this. Okay. Can't do that. So there's a 2. And then we have that connected. That's fine. There's the 3. I was doing good until today, and easy to avoid pro sports but not local teams. I hear you on that. I hear you on that. I mean, uh, you know, triggers can happen at any time. Um, Take for example, um, blanking on her name. Um, let's see, it's been a while since I've seen any videos from her. Sweet Anita. I hope she's doing okay. I haven't seen anything popping up from her in a while. Hold on, let me check. Has she? Last video was 2 months ago. Yeah, I guess, you know, those were videos. Well, that's neither here nor there. But, you know, for example, you know, Sweet Anita. I don't know if you know about her at all, if you've heard about her, you know, I don't know. But um, she has a problem with Tourette's, you know, um, to the point where it's difficult for her to find a job because of her Tourette's. And one of the things that she often talks about is how um, putting people with Tourette's together, like in the same car, is, or you know, in the same space, can be kind of dangerous because um, often, you know, people with Tourette's would kind of pick each other's tics up. So they would start doing and saying things that the other person is saying, and it might kind of get ingrained in their brain, right? So, um, or at least, you know, if I remember what exactly she said. Um, but, so there are certain situations that, you know, she literally cannot get herself, you know, she can't put herself into certain situations because it would make her worse, you know. And that's the thing with, you know, any form of mental disorder, right? Um, you know, much like hers is the fact that, you know, um, it's, you know, it has, you know, in such a fashion, you know, has such a grip on what she can and can't do in certain spaces, that it might be very detrimental, you know, for her um, to put herself into other situations, right? Or, you know, she has to kind of actively keep herself out of certain triggering situations. So, um, and it's not easy, you know. Um, you know, same with people that have allergies, for example. Like, you know, you know, people that are like deathly allergic to certain foods, for example, but then there's some people that absolutely love those foods and they keep on trying to eat that food. Like they, you know, they look at it and go, I'm craving this right now. I must have it, even though it would actually kill them. Um, so, so you know, sometimes um, the brain can be quite a problematic organ. So, um, but no, I seriously feel um like um kitty cat is fine. It's a, you know, it's a good way to kind of, you know, try to de-stress yourself at that particular moment in time, but it's a band-aid. It's a band-aid for the what's really causing the problem. You're not actually going to fix the problem with, wrapping yourself up with kitty cats. Not to say that that's a bad thing, but I'm just saying, um, you know, um, here's something that you can probably do. Okay. Like, I don't know how long your monthly session is with your therapist, that lasts. If it lasts an hour, I seriously think that you need more time with them with her. Or, like I said, call up the national hotline, talk with some professionals on a regular basis. Okay. Use that national hotline because it's paid. It's there available for you. So use it. Okay. Um, use your writing skills to your advantage. Okay. You do a lot of like fan fictions, writing about, certain characters and the like. Do yourself a favor. Okay, this is a suggestion that I would give. Again, I don't know if it's gonna really help you out or anything along those lines, but it might help out the therapist, right? If you have an attack of hyperactivity, right? Like you mentioned that you're being hyperactive. Go get yourself like a little notebook or something like that, or get on the computer, bring up Notepad, and start typing out, um, the day and time of when it happened. Okay, like look at your watch, look at the clock, whatever. Write down the day and time. First off, you know, timestamp it because you know, um, it might, um, like sometimes it just might be like a time of day kind of situation, right? Or it might be something that might happen like every week or every month at a certain time and a certain date as, um, you know, I say this because, like, um, people can have, you know, certain mood swings, at certain points in time. So that's why I say, write down the date, write down the time. Then write down what you were doing. So in this particular case, you were watching, sports, right? Write down, you know, like what sport you were watching, what teams they were, what happened at that particular moment that you kind of lost it. Like you started kind of going, this is too much for me. I gotta I gotta back off, right? You know, was it something that was occurring with the team itself? Like, you know, was there, like you were watching football and they were just quarterback handed the ball off to the running back or something like that? I don't know, right? Um, maybe write that down. Maybe it's a trigger with other people in the room. Like, you said that you were watching TV with your dad. Did your dad say something, at that particular moment that triggered you? Write that down. Write down what he said or what she said, depending if like your mom kind of triggered the situation or whatever. Okay? Or, whatever situation occurred, try to document everything that kind of happened at that particular moment in time. Okay? And then write down, what it is that you wanted to do at that, what was your brain telling you that you needed to do, like right then and there, like, did it want you to go out and like try to play some basketball, play some football, play some sports? Um, was it trying to tell you that you needed to go and write some stories? Something. Like start writing that stuff down, right? Because, you know, all that information could could be useful for your therapist to get. I'm just speculating. I'm just saying stuff that's off the top of my head. I don't know. Okay. I'm just thinking out loud that, you know, um, when it comes to, you know, any form of, um, like some form of, you know, your brain kind of messing with you in some fashion or another. Okay. Um, Sometimes you need to know what the root cause of it is. Okay. And, um, like it, you know, and you writing that information down, it won't necessarily, you know, it won't necessarily say, outright blatantly say, oh yeah, you were hit in the face with a football when you were 3 years old or something like that. Like, it doesn't, no. um, it doesn't necessarily, um, blatantly, state that outright. Okay, but the thing is that might be clues, like little breadcrumbs that might help, like the therapist, figure out what might be the problem. Okay, and once they figure out what that problem is, then maybe they can figure out, what you can do to try to resolve that problem. Okay. Now some of it might be, like sometimes, um, it just might be like the sports. Like you might be triggered by the sports itself, right? Um, I don't know. Sometimes it might be triggered by friends. Sometimes it might be triggered by family. That gets harder, okay? Because if it's something that your friends and family are doing that's triggering, you know, what's happening to you, then in a sense that you're probably going to need to bring them into like the therapy session and figure out how to resolve that. Figure out like what you can do or say, or what they can do or say, differently so it doesn't necessarily trigger you, you know. So, I mean, there's 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 too much for me to even consider, and I'm not a professional. So, so that's why, you know, like writing down what happened, when it happened, how it happened, that might give you the necessary information that you need to find that breadcrumb to find the solution that you need. So, maybe. you know. But all right, well, we're done with our Conceptus puzzles for now. We're going to save um, the Tic-Tac-Logic and the Hashi for tomorrow, and then maybe even the Link-a-Pix, Fill-a-Pix, and Block-a-Pix after that. But that's going to be it for this portion of our Conceptus puzzles. So, um, want to thank Kirito for, chatting with me. But I also want to thank anybody else that was just kind of lurking in the background. Thank you for being here. Appreciate it. Um, a like and subscribe would be fantastic. Check out the descriptions for more. But I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording now